So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from All-Star Comics number 5, published in June-July 1941, and this is The Spectre. A weary Spectre departs from the meeting of the Justice Society of America. No excitement, no nothing. This is beginning to bore me beyond words. A mental command, and the Spectre changes to Jim Corrigan, hard-fisted detective. Perhaps I'll be able to find some crime to combat while in mortal guise. Later, Jim enters the police station to discover, what's the idea? My Enrico, he's big fool. All our savings he gamble away in the Dudley Club. Though I tell him again and again, Enrico, don't gamble. Don't throw our money away. But I was so sure I would win. Dudley Club, gambling, that calls for a raid. Excitement at last. Led by, you, eh? Well, go to it. Shortly after, no one answers. Playing possum, eh? Pete smashed down that door. That's strange. No one here. But the gambling equipment proves this place was being used for illegal purposes. Look, Jim, there on the wall. Close this place, coppers, but just try and stop me from opening elsewhere again. The Spectre. So, the Spectre was running this joint. What do you think of that? I find it hard to believe. Me too. Come on, we're heading back for headquarters. In a car parked across the street, an evil-faced gent smirks victoriously as he sights the police cars drive off. Good, splendid. That police raid was a success. But Beretti, we had a swell business built up there. The suckers were making us rich fast. And you're glad it's raided? Explain, Beretti. This is over our heads. It's really quite simple. I've received instructions from none other than Mr. X that my assignment is to destroy the Spectre. This is my first move. You see, when the newspapers get wind that the Spectre is supposed to be running gambling in this town, they'll raise quite a to-do. Naturally, the Spectre will attempt to clear his name, and when he does, I'll be ready. The Spectre? Why, he's a spook. It ain't smart to tangle with a ghost, Chief. Stop that whining. What I say goes. Ow, oh, okay. This stuff about the Spectre being a supernatural being is just a bunk. He's human, see? Just like you and me. And the setup I'll have prepared for him will mean he's finished. Sure, Beretti, sure. You know best. At headquarters, so the Spectre is behind the gambling racket in this town, eh? Corrigan, get him. Strangely enough, Chief, I have a powerful hunch that the Spectre is innocent of this charge. Think so? I know it. Next morning, police hunt the Spectre, New Cliffland king of gambling. Sure. Via the underworld grapevine, Jim Corrigan gets an interesting report. Repeat that. That's what they say. The Spectre is opening a new gambling house tonight. The Lucky Club. So, the Spectre is operating another gambling establishment, eh? This ought to prove interesting. What do you mean I can't enter? No cops wanted. Beat it. Jim retreats. There's more than one way to skin a cat. Moments later, the invisible Spectre enters the Lucky Club, but not until he first presents the doorman with a swift kick in the trousers. That's for getting flip with me. Oh, hey, what? How's it going? Swell. Naturally, how else could it go when we've got all the tables rigged so we can't lose? So that's how it is. They always have these things in the like the old time stories. I don't know why would someone would continue to gamble at a place where you lose every time. Come quick, Chief. Something screwy's happening in the gambling room. Or the gaming room. The customers are cleaning us out. What's that? Beretti takes the operator into his room. The rat. What's the idea? How come the players are winning? I can't understand it. The controls were set up so that we'd win, but the machines simply don't behave. I thought they wouldn't like my meddling. Only one explanation. The Spectre is already here. Come on, boys. I'll show you the reception I've planned for him. Mind if I tag along? See that chair? I had it specially made for this occasion. Once the Spectre sits in it, he's doomed. It looks just like an ordinary chair, but it isn't. Watch what happens when I sit down. As Beretti seats himself, metal clamps spring out from cunningly concealed openings and hold him helpless. See? Gosh. Chief, you're a whiz. Once we got him in this position, we'll be masters of the situation. He'll talk or strongly regret it. Pull that switch on the side of the chair and release me. Now here's where I have my fun. Hurry, you stupid ox. This is getting uncomfortable. Funny, it won't move. Help him, you fools. Help him move the switch. All together, boys. Abruptly, as the switch snaps, The hirelings fall to the floor in a tangled heap. Ow, ow! You idiots! You've broken it! You've broken the switch! Get me out of this! You built it too good, boss. Yeah. Suddenly, a giant spectral face materializes in midair. It's him, the Spectre. Correct, Beretti. And I highly enjoy seeing you in the predicament you planned for me. What are you going to do with me? I can disintegrate you. I can leave you dangled on the tip of a crescent moon. I can dispatch you into the black pit of Lythorpe. No, don't do it, please. But I have other plans for you. As the Spectre gestures, the clamps fly back into their sockets. The figure of Beretti rises slowly to the air. Rise, rise. Hey, what hey? I'm coming, Chief. Huh? But then a strange thing happens. Beretti drops to the floor, and simultaneously the figure of the Spectre begins to blur, to take on human semblance. He's changing. I can't understand it. I've grown powerless. Something about that hireling. What neither the Spectre nor the hireling realizes is the hireling is wearing a queer ring, which contains strange properties that nullify the powers of the Spectre. Oh. But though he materializes in human form, the Spectre retains barely sufficient power to enable his face to materialize incompletely. Therefore, the face is a blob of flesh containing no features, thus screening the Spectre's true identity as Jim Corrigan. His face, look, he ain't got any. Geez, I told you he was human. Take him out the back way and see that he isn't alive when you get through with him. Got to bide my time. Shortly after, a black sedan speeds along a country road. In it, several hoodlums pump lead into their victim. An apparently limp, lifeless figure is tossed from the auto. But no sooner does it strike the pavement than the Spectre leaps, erect, bursting with unlimited energy. Freed from the spell of that ring. In a hurry, eh? Let me help. Crash. When the news reaches the Lucky Club, I believe you're right, Mr. X. Wanted us to get him out of the way. Let's do it an easy way. We'll rob the gamblers here tonight and beat it. Then the Spectre, who is supposed to own this joint, will have the cops and also the gamblers on his tail. They'll think he robbed them. I don't think the Spectre could have pulled those tricks if he wasn't supernatural. Pardon me, could you spare a postage stamp? A postage stamp? Say, what is this? Go on, beat it. This ain't no post office. Accept my humble pardon, my error. Where was I? Oh, yes. If the cops don't get the Spectre, one of the gamblers will get him. And so, a short while later, the gamblers begin to rob their guests. Up with your hands, and no monkey business. The Spectre streaks in through the wall to sight a thug robbing a patron of her necklace. Simultaneously, he acts. Hey, what? The necklace turning to handcuffs about his wrists. All right, you thieves, return the stolen property. Hey, what? As the Spectre gestures, the crooks dangle upside down in midair, the loot spilling from their pockets. At the approach of the Spectre, the Beretti had seized the chance to dash with some of the loot into the subway. Now he sees the subway is changing into a rocket ship. What? The ship shooting up into space. It's you, the Spectre. That's right. You're going to circle the universe unless you give me a thorough account of your activities. I can wait until the trip's over. Then you'll have a long wait, because this jaunt is going to take at least 10,000 years. 10,000 years? I'll confess everything. I'm only a small fry. The man you want is Mr. X. And where can I find this Mr. X? Swooping low, the Spectre deposits Beretti within a police station, then continues on his way through the wall. What's this? Hold Beretti. You'll find plenty of witnesses to testify against him back at the Lucky Club. On streaks the Spectre on his grim mission. Next, a date with Mr. X. Beretti was pretty vague about his whereabouts. I don't think he knows where Mr. X is himself, but I'll find him. And next up is the Green Lantern.